Navigation Act?
No.
No.
Stifled what they were doing.
Okay. That, if we start looking at some point you might have an essay or on future time, you might have to explain the causes of the American Revolution. I would start with the Navigation Acts as number one. Number two, it says Proclamation of 1763. If you're a colonist and you'd like to move into this rich, fertile area and be a farmer and help, populate the colonies and to create and generate revenue for your home country because this area is fertile. There are river systems like the Ohio, which feed to the Mississippi, which lots of shipping could be done, and there's lots of money to be had. How are you going to feel when you're told by the Crown that you can't move west? How are you going to feel? Jessica? How are you going to feel?
I'm going to do that anyway. It's so far away.
Oh, you're going to do it anyway? Okay. All right. But you might be a little PO'd, right? They're restricting your movement. I mean, give me a break, right? You maybe helped fighting in a colonial militia. You've been here several generations to fight against Native Americans. Now all of a sudden there's this land and you're not allowed to move there. All right, you're going to be mad. So this is really kind of the second thing. All right, that is going to kind of push us towards rebellion. And we're going to talk about a few more on the next page. But like the Navigation Act, they could not be enforced because what did Jessica say? What? And it's going anyway. She don't care. Right? Okay. I'm going anyway, Jessica said. Alright? So, proclamation is very important. We good? Am I going too fast? Alright, final slide. It's a doozy. Tensions between the colonies and Britain continue to escalate. So the proclamation convinced colonists that the British did not care about their needs. Right? You're not allowed to move. What's up with that? Alright? That's basically what that means. Alright? Then, there's three more examples of restrictions or actions against the colonists that push us closer to open rebellion. One, the British passed what's called the Writs of Assistance. Who passes laws in Britain? Parliament, very good, legislative body, okay? They passed what's called the Writs of Assistance, and basically what it said, it allows customs officials to search any ship or building for smuggling in the Northeast. Alright? Here's the problem with that. Most merchants in the Northeast, they work out of their homes. They work out of their houses, and now all of a sudden, you get this law that says customs officials can search your business. Well, your business is in your house. So that means that people are coming into your own private property, searching your house for smuggling whenever they want. How are you going to feel about that? That's not going to be cool. Is that cool? Is that cool to do that? No. You don't want them to come into your house, search your house whenever they want, right? Okay. Okay, come in and search your house without a warrant, right? This is just saying, if they get a tip that they're smuggling, they're coming in your house, they're searching. Alright? So this is really going to anger people in the Northeast. This is number three. Number four, the British who are in debt, they're going to leave 10,000 men in the territories to control Indians, is what they say, or the French. But what happens if there's a problem? Maybe we get upset, there's a problem. Well, you know what? They could just turn their British soldiers on us. There's basically a standing army, which costs money, in the New World. And if we get, in any kind of trouble, or if we have any type of uprising, they could be turned on us. It's a scary thought. Alright. And then, to end this chapter, this is the fifth kind of reason we've talked about that's pushing us towards rebellion. There'll be more next week. Next week we're going to talk about the Stamp Act and the Townshend Act and the Boston Massacre. But George Grenville, who was the Prime Minister, he develops the Sugar Act. Alright. I want you all to put your critical thinking hats on right here. Alright, see how smart you are. Great Britain is in debt. They need money. Why then, the first part of the Sugar Act, are they having the duty of foreign-made molasses? They're They're cutting it in half, the duty. That's the cost, all right? Why are they slashing it in half? They're making it less expensive by 50%. Why? Interesting. Why?
I'm gonna guess that way it will be cheaper to make rum, so that way they can get more slaves for trying to trade. That way they can get more southern economies will be loose to make more money in taxes from there.
Okay, that might be part of it. You're thinking like a true economist, right? Cheaper products, you can make it cheaper, you can import more.
I'm thinking stealing money.
Okay, sell it cheaper. That's not the reason though, but you're really thinking good. That's good thought process there, Walker. Alright, but that's actually not it. Why half the duty of this product? This is a tough one. Doc?
So the Congress has to ship it from Britain to the Congress to pay for it?
Well, the molasses will be coming up from, where's the molasses coming from?
The South.
From the Caribbean, right? The West Indies. So it'll be coming up from the West Indies to the Americas. So what did you say again?
They ship sugar from Britain. They buy it from the British to the Congress.
It's got to get shipped to Europe too. Okay, you guys are thinking, you're thinking good.
Because more molasses is bought in England, so just more people are buying in England to save money if they cut the price.
Okay. You guys are on the same line with Walker, about economically, about buying more, producing more, selling more. Okay. What would the major problem that forced Parliament to pass the Navigation Act? Smuggling, right? Smuggling. It has to do with smuggling. If you're smuggling goods and they cut the cost in half of the duty, might that tempt you to not smuggle goods anymore? That's the main purpose behind it. The thought process was, what? Well,
It's like breaking the tax, just like some tax code. Like people were still going to end up paying the same amount.
Yeah.
That you couldn't drive a hole through the tax code. It still can.
it's trying to get more people to abide by the laws. Basically, it's smart on the part of the British. Walker might think twice because, it's a risk smuggling. And now it's a lot cheaper, so he might not take that risk anymore, and he'll pay the duty. Alright, also, if you look at number 3, if he does continue to smuggle, what will happen to him if he gets caught? He's not going to be tried in front of you guys, his colonial peers. He's going to be tried in what's called the Vice Admiralty Court, which is in front of British officials. What's the chances of them being as lenient as his colonial peers? Next to none. Slim to none, right? Okay? So, the Sugar Act is going to enrage people because basically it's making if you smuggle, it's making the potential penalties a lot worse. And the second part, there are additional duties on other imports. But it's called the Sugar Act, so we're focusing just on the sugar aspect of it. Okay? Next week we'll get into Stamp Acts. But we have 5 reasons that we've talked about so far pushing us towards rebellion. Navigation Act, the Proclamation of 1763, okay, the Writs of Assistance, 10,000 soldiers in our territories, and the Sugar Act. Okay, this is going to continue to push the colonists away from the crown. And ultimately, rebellion is going to occur. Alright, we'll see how next week. So, you have a test on Monday. You have to study this weekend. What I want you to do is just, focus on the notes, the key terms. It's basically like a quiz on steroids, like 30 questions. So there's more of everything. More fill in the blank, more true or false, more multiple choice. So you need to know the key terms. Then there'll be a couple short answer questions. Well, 2 of the sections we compared and contrast talking about the North and South and the colonies, of the 2 colonies, Northern and Southern colonies, and how the characteristics and the differences and similarities. So that might be a short answer question. Discussing the causes and effects of the French and Indian War might be a question. All right, and then you might have a question asking about the importance of certain key terms like mercantilism or salutary neglect. All right, so study your key terms, look over your notes, and I think you'll be fine. I think you'll find with this chapter and future chapters moving on, we're starting to kind of beef up the amount of information within a chapter, and you'll see, especially with chapter 4, and then it'll kind of stay pretty consistent. We cover a lot of material within each chapter. So, but if you're paying attention in class, you're taking notes, I don't think it's going to be a difficult problem at all. All right, I do have a quiz to get back to, but first I want to show you, it's like a 8-minute clip here of guerrilla-style warfare. All right, you're going to see a English regiment attacked by Huron Indians, okay, as they're marching through the woods. And there's a couple of Mohawk Indians who are with the English who will help fight and actually save the daughter of an English general here in the movie. But it's a good scene to give you an idea of the hit-and-run style, using the environment to your benefit. Okay, and we'll talk more about this, especially with the American Revolutionary War. We're going to do a whole day, History versus Hollywood of the Patriot, and we'll get into looking at